Hello guys and welcome back. My name is Joel Elliott. For those of you who just tuned in, I am the Senior Property Manager here at EW Capital Management. Today what we'd like to talk to you about a little bit is Atlanta HOA rules explained in a little bit more detail. What I want to touch on is some of the basic rules that you need to consider inside of your condo docs. The biggest one is the rental permit. In the Atlanta market, most units or most buildings will only allow for up to 25% of the units in the building to be classified as rentals, and they control the rental process, thereby issuing a rental permit. You have two ways that you can obtain a rental permit. Is either A, by putting your name on the rental list. Normally the wait list is normally 3 to 4 years in most buildings, or B, through hardship, meaning you can no longer afford the unit, or you've gotten a job where you have to move away and it's an emergency situation. Hardships are hard to come by, so you definitely want to make sure if rental is in your near future that you're going to put your name on that list to make sure that you can actually be able to rent your unit when the time comes. The second thing that you want to be able to do is to make sure that you have a great relationship with the HOA or the condo association already. Why? Because in the condo situation, the condo association kind of trumps your lease agreement. So they have the ability to control what you can and cannot do from a rental standpoint. So you want to make sure you have a very effective relationship with the board and the members on there to make sure that you're doing things as necessary, because the rental permit can always be revoked directly by the board if you have a bad tenant or you're not following the rules explicitly laid out for a rental situation. Last thing is that you want to look at what the cost is. Typically in a rental situation in Atlanta, there are going to be some costs as an owner that you're going to incur for the right to be able to lease your unit. For example, one of the things that they do is they charge you a physical fee to be able to have the rental permit that you have to pay every single year. Some may charge you a fee for the lease or the lease abstraction or review of the lease once it's done, and some may charge you a processing fee to be able to process your tenant in. All of those things are typically going to be disclosed in your condo association docs. So you want to make sure you're very familiar with those things before you decide to jump out there in the rental market. So just to kind of recap what those rules are, is number one, the biggest rule is typically if you can be in a rental situation and what type of rental permit you'll need, whether it's a normal permit or hardship. The second thing is making sure that you have a solid relationship with the HOA or condo association so that your tenant will have a good relationship once they move in. And lastly, cost. What is it going to cost in order for you to be a landlord in your space? So, as always, we'd love to give you information about your condos, and if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.